You can spend an hour in the gym mindlessly crunching, but if you aren't using mechanical tension and progressive overload, you're just wasting your time. After helping hundreds of people ditch the busy work for efficient anatomy-based movement, I've found that the secret isn't doing more. It's doing it smarter. Stick with me because I'm going to show you the one specific movement mistake that actually shuts off your glutes the moment you start your set. Welcome back to 30-Day Health. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button because what you're about to hear is going to change how you look at every single exercise you do. The endless rep trap is real. Most people think a workout only counts if they're dripping sweat for an hour, so they jump around doing 100 jumping jacks and half-baked sit-ups. This leads to burnout, back pain, and zero muscle definition. The problem is lack of intent. You're moving, but you aren't stimulating the muscle fibers in the glutes and core to actually grow or tighten. You're just burning calories, not shaping your body. And wait, the craziest part is still ahead because once you fix your tempo, your workout time is going to get cut in half. First, let's talk about the brain-glute link. It sounds a bit woo-woo, but it's pure science. If you can't feel the muscle working, it isn't working. Most people have what we call gluteal amnesia from sitting at desks all day. Your brain literally forgets how to talk to your glute muscles. To fix this, you need to start every session with a mind-muscle connection drill. Before you load any weight, lie on your back and perform a glute bridge with just your body weight. Don't rush it. Squeeze your glutes at the top as hard as you possibly can, like you're trying to crack a walnut between your cheeks. Hold that squeeze for 5 seconds. If your hamstrings or lower back take over, you're doing it wrong. The mistake here is thinking the bridge is a leg exercise. It's not. It's a brain exercise. If you can't feel the glutes firing in isolation, adding heavy weights will only make your lower back hurt more. Next, we need to address tempo control. Why does slow burn faster? Because time under tension is the primary driver of muscle growth. If you're bobbing up and down like a piston, you're using momentum, not muscle. I want you to count 3 seconds on the way down for every single rep. Whether it's a squat, a lunge, or a bridge, the lowering phase is where the muscle fibers actually tear and rebuild stronger. Most people drop into the squat in a split second. That's just gravity doing the work. You need to fight gravity. When you slow down, you'll notice that 5 reps suddenly feel like 20. It's brutal, but that's where the results live. The mistake is ego lifting, thinking that moving more weight faster is better. It isn't. Now, we move to the pelvic tilt. This is the secret to getting that flat, tight stomach without doing 1,000 crunches. Most people arch their back during core work, which puts all the pressure on your spine rather than your abs. You need to think about pulling your belly button toward your spine and tucking your pelvis under, as if you're trying to hide your tail. This posterior pelvic tilt shortens the rectus abdominis and forces it to take the full load. If you've ever felt like you're doing 1,000 crunches with zero results, hit that like button so I know I'm not the only one who's been there. It's the difference between a sore neck and a burning core. The mistake here is letting your ribs flare out. Keep them pinned down. Range of motion is another area where people cheat themselves. You don't need to go deep just to prove you can. You need to go as deep as you can while keeping the tension in the target muscle. If you're squatting so low that your hips tuck under and your lower back rounds, you've lost the tension. The glutes are no longer the primary driver. Stop right at the point where your form starts to break down. That's your personal range of motion. Don't compare your depth to the person on Instagram. Compare it to your own ability to keep that muscle engaged under control. Then there's the power of isometric holds. This is why you should pause. When you hit the hardest part of a movement, like the bottom of a squat or the top of a glute bridge, don't just move through it. Pause for 2 full seconds. This eliminates momentum and forces your muscles to recruit every available fiber just to stay in that position. It's the ultimate test of control. Most people skip this because it's not fun, and that's exactly why they aren't seeing results. They want to finish the set as fast as possible to get the pain over with. But if you want a change in your physique, you have to learn to love the pause. Moving on to lateral loading. We spend all day moving forward and backward, but your glutes, specifically the glute medius, are designed for side-to-side stability. If you ignore this, you'll never get that round lifted look. Incorporate lateral band walks or side-lying leg lifts. The science is simple. The glute medius is responsible for hip stability. If it's weak, your larger glute muscles don't have a solid base to work from. The mistake is ignoring the side of the hip. You want a 360-degree glute, not just a back-facing one. Next, we have to talk about bracing the core. This is the anti-crunch method. Instead of curling your spine, you need to create internal pressure. Take a big breath into your stomach, not your chest, and stiffen your abs like someone is about to punch you in the gut. Keep that stiffness throughout the entire set. This protects your spine and creates a rock-solid foundation for your legs to push against. If you're soft in the middle, you're losing power. A rigid core is a strong core. If you're feeling that good burn just thinking about these cues, subscribe. We're building a library of these no-repeat routines that actually respect your time. Foot placement is a technical detail that shifts tension from your quads to your booty. If your feet are too close to your glutes during a bridge, your quads are going to take over. If they're too far, your hamstrings will pull the weight. You want to place your feet slightly further out so that when you lift, your shins are vertical. This forces the glutes to be the main mover. It's a small adjustment, but it makes a massive difference in how your muscles feel the next day. The mistake is just planting your feet wherever is comfortable. Comfort is the enemy of progress. Now, the no-repeat strategy is about sustaining intensity. When you do the same move for 3 sets of 15, your body gets efficient at it and you stop seeing growth. With a no-repeat routine, you keep the stimulus fresh. You perform one set of a high-tension movement, then move to a different angle. This keeps your nervous system guessing and prevents your muscles from adapting to the pattern. It also keeps your heart rate up, giving you that metabolic boost without needing to do an hour of cardio. It's efficient, it's effective, and it's meant to be done in 30 minutes or less. Finally, we have to look at the recovery window. This is why you're shrinking instead of toning. If you work out hard but don't eat enough protein or sleep enough, you aren't building muscle. You're just breaking it down. Your muscles need amino acids to repair the damage you caused during that 3-second eccentric phase. If you're in a massive calorie deficit while trying to build your glutes, you're fighting against your own biology. You need to fuel the work. Recovery is exactly half of the equation. Ignore it, and the other half doesn't matter. Before you finish your session, don't just walk away. Forget heavy cardio immediately after your lift. Use a 5-minute static stretch circuit that focuses on hip flexor release. If your hip flexors are chronically tight from sitting, they will inhibit your glutes from firing. When the front of your hip is tight, the brain literally shuts down the glute on the other side to prevent injury. Stretch the hip flexors, open up the space, and you'll find that your next workout feels much more powerful. It's like clearing a blockage in a pipe. Everything flows better once the tension is gone. Here is your action plan to put this into practice immediately. Day 1, perform your entire 30-minute routine using only the 3-second eccentric rule. Don't worry about the weight, focus entirely on the count. Day 2, set up your phone and record one set of your glute bridge. Watch the playback carefully. Check if your lower back is rounding or if your hips are tilting. It's always eye-opening to see what you're actually doing versus what you think you're doing. Day 3, increase your water intake by 16 ounces. Your muscles are mostly water, and if you're dehydrated, they can't contract with full force. It's the simplest way to improve performance. Stop waiting for a better time to start feeling strong. You don't need fancy equipment, and you don't need an extra hour in your day. You just need to apply these cues with intent. Pick just one tip from this list. Maybe it's the tempo control, and apply it to your next movement session today. Your body is ready for the change, but you have to give it the right signal. The 3-second rule is backed by science. Studies show that eccentric loading increases muscle hypertrophy by up to 25% compared to fast, momentum-based reps. That is a huge difference for literally 0 extra time in the gym. Also, remember that core efficiency isn't about how many crunches you do. Research suggests that abdominal bracing, where you stiffen your core without sucking in, generates 3 times more muscle activation than traditional crunches. You're working harder, not longer. And when it comes to glute activation, 60% of people deal with gluteal amnesia from sitting too long. 5 minutes of pre-activation can literally double your engagement during your main workout. You aren't just moving to burn calories, you are moving to communicate with your nervous system. It's easy to get frustrated when you don't see changes overnight, but muscles don't build on a schedule. They build on consistent, high-quality signals. If you keep doing the same thing, you'll keep getting the same result. The shift happens when you stop focusing on the number of reps and start focusing on the quality of the contraction. Are you actually feeling the glute? Is your core truly braced? Is your tempo controlled? These aren't just details. They are the foundation of a real physical change. I see people in the gym every single day doing the same things I used to do. Rushing through sets, looking at their phones, and wondering why their body looks exactly the same as it did 6 months ago. It's because they're doing junk volume. They're moving their limbs, but they aren't training their muscles. When you start to pay attention to the eccentric phase, when you pause at the point of maximum tension, and when you stop using momentum, your entire relationship with your workout changes. It becomes something you look forward to because you can feel the stimulus happening in real time. You've got the knowledge now. You know that slow is fast. You know that bracing is better than crunching. You know that quality always beats quantity. It's time to take control of your time and your results. Don't let your workout be something you just check off a list. Let it be a period of time where you are fully connected with your body and pushing it to get stronger, not just busier. The next time you get on the mat, remember the walnut. Keep that pelvic tilt. Slow down that lowering phase. You'll be surprised at how much harder you can make a simple bodyweight move just by changing the way you approach it. It's not about finding a new, complicated routine. It's about doing the basics with a level of intensity and focus that most people aren't willing to commit to. If you're feeling ready to tackle this, get after it. Your body is ready for the change, but you have to give it the signal. The progress is there, waiting for you to unlock it through consistency and precision. Stay focused, stay intentional, and keep showing up for yourself. You've got everything you need to start seeing the results you've been chasing. Now go put in the work. I know it can be hard to stay consistent when you aren't seeing results, but the changes you are making today, the slow tempo, the bracing, the focus on the eccentric movement, these are the things that actually build a foundation. Most people quit because they are doing the wrong things and getting frustrated when their body doesn't respond. But you have the tools now. You are not just going through the motions. You are training your nervous system, you are waking up your glutes, and you are building a stronger version of yourself every single time you step onto that mat. The most important thing is to keep showing up. Even on the days when you don't feel like it, even when you are tired, just showing up and doing these movements with the right form is a win. You don't have to be perfect from day one. You just have to be better than you were yesterday. And with these cues, you are already ahead of 90% of the people in the gym. Remember, this is a process. It is about building habits that last a lifetime, not just a quick fix for a few weeks. When you commit to this level of detail, you aren't just training for a look. You are training for health, for longevity, and for a body that functions the way it was meant to. You are investing in yourself, and that is the best investment you can possibly make. So, take these tips, apply them, and watch how your body responds. You have the power to change, and it starts with the very next rep you do. Go out there and make it count. You are stronger than you think, and you are capable of more than you realize. Keep pushing, keep learning, and keep growing. The results will come, and when they do, you will know that you earned every single bit of it through hard work, focus, and a commitment to doing things the right way. Don't let anyone tell you that it's too hard or that you don't have the time. You have enough time to do it right, and you have the strength to do it well. You are in control of your journey, and you are the one who decides how far you go. So, take the first step today, then the next, and before you know it, you will be looking back at how far you have come and realizing that it was all worth it. You've got this. Keep that focus sharp, keep your movements precise, and remember that every single rep is an opportunity to get better. Don't waste it. Make every movement matter, and you will see the transformation you have been looking for. It's time to stop guessing and start training with purpose. You are ready for this. Now, let's get to work and make it happen. You have the potential, you have the plan, and now you have the drive. Go get those results.